Well, welcome back. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a Baptist minister, activist, and prominent leader in the civil rights movement. He was also a writer, penning memorable speeches as well as books.
Dr. Rudy Rasmus, pastor of St. John's downtown, joins us today to share an in-depth look at King's book titled, Where Do We Go From Here? Chaos or Community? Dr. Rudy, Pastor Rudy, it is great to see you, and we are going to talk about Dr. King's book, his process of writing it, his inspiration. Before we do that, though, just give us an update. It's been a minute since we've seen you. How are you doing? How is your family? And I know you're staying very busy feeding about 2,000 families every week.
Absolutely. So good to be with you both today. It's been a while since we've connected. These last several months have just been crazy. We're still praying and hoping for the end of this pandemic and the effect it's had on billions of people around this country and around the world. We're doing our part at Bread of Life in St. John, still serving about 2,000 families a week right now with life-sustaining food. So things are still moving fast and definitely challenging.
Absolutely. Challenging for sure. That's what I love about you, Pastor Rudy. You always have a smile for us. You always bring it back with a smile and a heartfelt message. And you know a little something about writing a book. So does your wife. Let's talk about Dr. King and an in-depth look at his book. Where do we go from here, chaos or community? And I said this earlier in the show, when we look at the speeches or we look at his writings, if we don't pay attention to the date, sadly, it almost feels like it's present time.
Exactly. And that is that's the paradox. If you read the text in this book, Where Do We Go From Here? It sounds like we are reading it this week. But in actuality, Dr. King wrote this in 1967. He and his wife, Coretta, took a vacation in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. One of the few times in his really the critical points of his ministry where he really moved away from the telephone. Remember, no digital devices back then. And penned this book as a response to the conflict that was occurring in America at that very critical moment in civil rights history.
Sounds like someone's at your garage door. Hopefully everything's okay there, Pastor Rudy. Let's chat a bit about the synopsis of the book, because when Dr. King spoke, he wasn't just advocating for the rights of people of color. He was talking about human rights. And this book has a very hopeful tone.
It does have a hopeful tone. And when you think about his life in a capsule, now we're looking back many years. 1967 was a long time ago. I remember it actually very vividly because in that year, I actually got a chance to see him here in Houston, Texas. I can't remember how old I was in '67, but he came to the Coliseum, which I think now the Hobby Center sits on that same footprint. But I got a chance to see him that one evening with my dad, and it was a unforgettable moment. But in this book, I just wanted to read an excerpt from Where Do We Go From Here? It was originally published by Bantam Press and then picked up by Whip Stock. Another publishing company picked it up later. But in this book, I'm just going to read it. This was King's analysis of the state of America and the moment for justice after a decade of civil rights struggle. He writes, "We are now faced with the fact that tomorrow is today. We are confronted with the fierce urgency of now. In this unfolding conundrum of life and history, there is such a thing as being too late. Procrastination is still the thief of time. Life often leaves us standing bare, naked, and dejected with a lost opportunity. This may be mankind's last chance to choose between chaos and community." And I'm saying we're at that same place right now.
We are so eloquently spoken, and the words are just transcending to this year. Pastor Rudy, I have to ask you, what would you have said to those rioters that we just witnessed take over the nation's capital?
Actually, a friend asked me that very same question. What would I say to a group of people who were stuck in racial bias? And these are my words. I said, if I had an opportunity to address them, I would say, hey, y'all, first of all, stop. Okay, enough. But then I would say, do you know racism is really rooted in inadequacy and scarcity?
Mm-hmm.
And then I would pause, just like I'm doing right now, and I would look at those folk steeped in inadequacy and scarcity, and I would say, you are enough, and there is enough for all of us.
Wow. You always leave us feeling good, Pastor Rudy Rasmus, and I always wish we had more time. So we're going to check in with you a lot more often when you have time for us. And in the meantime,
I always have time.
Well, thank you so much. Give your wife our best, and we'll see you very soon.
Blessings.
Chaos
Same
or
to you. And
community.
congratulations on the new grandbaby.
Thank you.
Very exciting. Yeah, we all have a choice every day. We can choose chaos or community. All right, we will have a link to connect with Pastor Rudy on our website, houstonlife.tv.